Hey everybody, I am rocking my shower curtain as a background because I just got out of the shower. And I was going to calm down a little bit before I made this video, and then I thought about it and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of sitting back and apologizing for not being calm. And I'm sorry that I live under this constant idea that my views and my feelings are only valid if I'm calm. And to be perfectly honest, I'm tired of being told that I need to calm down in order to be listened to. So I'm not sorry that I'm not calm. And I'm not going to sit here and wait around until I am calm. There are some not specific people, I guess more camps of people, groups of people, that I really feel the need to address right now. Not only because of things that are happening to me, but because of things that are happening to people that I know. And it was sparked by something that someone I follow on Facebook said earlier. But it's not just her, and it's not just her experiences. It's things that I've been told and things that I'm hearing and things that people that I know are hearing. And it's probably gonna seem pretty mean, and I'm sorry because I'm not normally a mean person. I will apologize for that. I'm not normally a mean person, and I don't like coming across as a mean person, and I don't like that people will potentially be offended by the things that I feel I need to say. But I guess that's all the disclaimer I'm gonna give. First of all, if you're one of those people who feels the need to go around and shame fat people because you think that that's the way that you need to get across the point that you feel that we're disgusting, or that you think that we shouldn't exist, or that you think that that's the way that you're going to get us to lose weight and be the acceptable size and shape that you think that we need to be, fuck you. That's... Maybe I should have put a disclaimer on here for language, but it's the truth. Fuck you and your hatred. And I'm sorry that something happened in your life that has made you feel as though bringing down other people is the only way that you can try to put across the point that you don't find them sexually attractive. You know what? I don't need you to find me sexually attractive. Honestly, no, neither does anybody else. And I don't care, because even if I did lose weight, there's the entire, idea that maybe there's something in my personality that you wouldn't find attractive. Maybe you'd hate my hair, maybe you'd hate my smile or my teeth. Maybe you'd hate the fact that I've got allergies. It doesn't really matter. But if you feel the need to come up to me or to anyone that I know and tell me, well, you're fat, so you're ugly and you're disgusting, and I hope you die, and I hope that you finally lose some weight so that you'll be beautiful. Fuck you. And then the problem is really that there's an entire other group of people that I shouldn't have to say this to. And yet here I am saying it anyway. If you are a fat person, or if you've ever been fat, or if you've ever thought that you're fat, and you feel the need to go up to somebody who is fat and invalidate their feelings about themselves or their body, and try to tell them that they shouldn't be trying to reach goals that they've set for themselves because they should continue to be fat and love themselves the way that they are and not want to change, even though they feel like that's what they need to do to be happy, fuck you too. And I'm not saying that because I think that people who are trying to genuinely be helpful and be supportive should stop being helpful and supportive. There are plenty of people out there who would look at someone like me and be like, you know what, high five to you, I hope that you reach your goals. I'm sorry that you don't love the person that you are right now. I think you're fantastic, but I support you, and I hope you reach your goals, and I think your goals are admirable. That is a completely different fucking realm than what I'm talking about right now. What I'm talking about right now are the people who would look at someone like me and be like, no, girl, love yourself as you are, you're beautiful the way you are, you're perfect the way you are, don't lose weight. By losing weight, you are bringing down yourself, and you are, you're not accepting yourself the way you are, and you're a shameful part of the fat community. I'm not doing this for anybody else. Anybody who has struggled out loud with their self-esteem issues or their body image issues isn't doing so that other people can tell them to love themselves as they are. It's because they need help. Okay, and I'm not saying that they need necessarily mental help, but it's because they need somebody supporting them in the background and saying, you know what, I'm sorry that this is the point that you're in right now, and I'm sorry that this is how you feel about yourself, but I want you to know that I still love you and I still support you and I think that you're fantastic. And I hate the fact that there are people who've been in our position, who look like we look and who feel like we feel and who see the same numbers on the scale that we do and who struggle with clothing and acceptance and how much space we take up physically and emotionally in society, and who still want to turn around and say that we're invalid. I'm sorry if my wanting to be healthy or my friends wanting to be healthy or if any other fat person in the world, saying that being happy and healthy is what's going to make them happy, and that part of a side effect of that is losing weight or building muscle mass or being able to run a mile or 5 miles or 10 miles. Whether or not losing weight happens to go along hand in hand with any of those goals, even if losing weight is the literal only goal, and your response to that is still to try to shut them down and invalidate them and make them feel as though that isn't something that they should try to want because it's what they know or at least think will make them happy, then fuck you. I'm not out here to show you myself and have anybody look at me and say you're beautiful and perfect the way you are. Because the things that I think to myself and that I hear in my mind and the things that I hear other people say out loud and the looks that I get tell me that I know that I'm not perfect. I know that. I'm not trying to strive for perfection, and honestly, anybody who loses weight or tries to get healthy isn't striving for perfection, because we've, especially women, spent so many years and decades having it rammed down our throats that the only version of perfection is one that's been created by this completely unreachable, untouchable industry that is miles away from us, mentally and physically, that we will never be a part of and that we will never be good enough to be included in. Perfection is never our goal. But for a lot of us, the only way that we're going to reach a point of happiness is by being healthy and by trying to change the rut that we're in that makes us feel every day like walking a block or going up a flight of stairs or sitting down in a seat in a train or in a car or on an airplane doesn't feel like a struggle and a challenge. I am one of the God only knows how many hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of fat people who is terrified of the concept of travel because it means admitting openly how much space we take up and how wrong everybody seems to think that is. And I'm telling you right now that whether you want to be angry at me because you think I take up too much space or you want to be angry at me because I think I take up too much space, just shut up. I'm out here for me. For once in my life, of all of the things that I think or that I do, I'm out here for me. And I'm out here to hopefully have somebody else feel like I'm looking them in the eye and telling them it's okay that you don't think that you're perfect, and it's okay that you don't love yourself, and I understand because that's where I'm at too. And I'm sorry that there are people in the background telling you that you need to change how you feel and change your goals because it doesn't match the goals that they think that you should have. If you're fat and you love yourself, I think that's awesome. And I support that, and I love you. And if you think that you need to gain muscle mass or gain weight to be happy and healthy, then I support you. And if you think you need to lose weight to be happy and healthy, guess what? I support you there too. Because that's what we need to be doing, is reaching out and supporting each other. Because right now, the majority of America is obese. We are fat. We are a culture of fat people. We are a world of fat people. And be it genetics or life luxury or choice or just the point that we're at right now, that's who we are. We as a culture, as a planet, as an existence are fat. And there are some of us who aren't. And there are some of us who really, really are. And the only thing that matters in there is that you are happy and you are healthy, and that your definitions of happy and healthy match your goals. I don't think that there's a topic right now that touches me personally as a white, cisgender woman living in the Midwest who is not Christian, who lives at or below the poverty line, that touches me personally so immediately. Like, this is my thing. And I need you to know that I can't spend feelings on this. I can't spend brain power on this. And I hate the fact that anybody has to. So, please know that, be it whatever camp you feel like you're from right now, either a camp that feels the need to shame other people because of their size and because of their shape, because of their weight, or a camp that feels the need to shame people for wanting to change their weight or their size or their shape, all you need to do is support. All you need to do is look at one person in the eye and say, you know what? I know that you're not out here to be attractive to me personally. Because we all have such wild, different expectations and needs when it comes to an emotional and romantic and physical level, that it's unreasonable for any single one of us to look at another person and say, my goal is to be attractive to you personally. You know what? You'll find somebody who finds you attractive. Maybe you don't want to find somebody who finds you attractive. Whatever. But please, for 2 seconds, can we just support one another? And accept that we all have different goals? That's all I ask. And it's not that hard. You know what? I just use my shitty bathroom scale that really isn't a shitty scale, but because of how sloped and slanted the house is never accurate. And it says that I weigh somewhere between 419 and 423 pounds. I don't know which of those is accurate. It might not be any of them. I might be more than that. I might be less than that right now. And I want to change that. And I'm fat. And I'm okay as I am. But I want to be different, and that's all right. I have that right. And if I, at 410 or 412 or 419 or 423 or however many pounds I happen to take up on this earth right now, can look myself in the eye and say, you know what? I deserve to love myself. Whether that means as I am right now or whether that means changing who I am, then you can too. And you need to. And the people who are telling you that you shouldn't love yourself are full of shit. And I hope that you can find enough people online or in your life or complete strangers who will support you no matter what your goals are, and who will love you as the person you want to be and as the person you feel like, because you're worth it, because you have to be worth it, because you're here and that means something. And I love you all.